And shooting into another quick video. My phone just glitched out and I was just in the middle of recording my last video, but guess I gotta start over again. So let's get into it. Alright, so this video I want to talk a little bit about how a lot of people, they are depressed in the society, and that's because of a lot of things. Could be the diet we eat, just this society of sitting and just non-movement and all. When we're meant to move around, we're evolutionarily designed to move around, so that's very important. And this video I just want to talk about how you can break out of those patterns, because you see, depression in of itself is based on habits you have and a lot of little things stacked up at times. Now there's real clinical depression, which is caused by a chemical imbalance in the brain, and for that I recommend you see psychiatric help. I'm not a doctor. I don't give advice to people who are like severely, like clinically depressed, because that isn't my specialty to do that. So I would recommend you see a doctor, get some meds, just do whatever the hell you gotta do. But this video specifically is geared more towards my foot hit the doorstop. But anyway, this video is more geared to the people who are just generally kind of lazy and depressed. Not real clinical depression, but just like kind of lying about sort of depression. So a big cause of that is diet, lack of sleep, and exercise. Now, lack of sleep can really bring you down. I would much rather be overslept than I would be underslept. I slept 9 or 10 hours last night, and I feel pretty good compared to when I only slept about 2 hours the night before. So I recommend you catch up on that. Also, lack of movement and lack of exercise, because nowadays in society we have so ingrained to just sit around and watch TV, see what's on, you know, sit around on our phones, on our couch all day, not doing anything, and that can really suck you in, and that can really just bring you down. So I highly, highly, highly recommend you get in some exercise. Do some, it doesn't even have to be like hard training, like weight training. It can be anything. It can just be just taking a walk around the block, or even just like biking, or yoga is really good, and bioenergetics, which I've done a lot of, and how to break out of the patterns of that. And the last thing I think is really important is diet. A lot of people, we have crap diets and eat fast food and whatever's convenient because it's easy. We live in the society of instant gratification, so it's kind of hard to resist that, you know. So I would highly, 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 highly recommend you get on a good diet, get on a good sleep schedule, and exercise as well. And the last thing I want to talk about before I close this video out is just some different exercises to break out of patterns, because this thing is very important as well. Oftentimes we're holding on to a lot of emotions, and I admit I probably have some stuff down there I'm not even aware of, but I've been doing my best to release it through guided breathing. So oftentimes we're dragged down and we're not our true potential, and that depresses us because we're not being who we were meant to be as people, and we're all living an alternate reality, an alternate paradigm where we're not who we're truly meant to be. So my advice to you on that is to do some guided release breathing. Breathe in for 6 seconds, and then hold it in for 3, and then release for 6 more, and then take a break for 3. So I'm going to show you right now. I have a guided meditation video on that you can check out on my channel. But I'm just going to run through it again in case you haven't seen that. So it goes like this. Breathe in 6 seconds. Hold for 3. Breathe out for 6 more seconds, and then hold it for 3 more. Breathe again. And that's really good, and that really just helps whatever's down there come up. And some bioenergetics to help do it is like facial exercise, because a lot of the facial tension and we have a thick, not thick, we have a tight jaw, which holds in a lot of emotion, and not releasing that tension can oftentimes really bring us down. And some facial exercises is just like make your face into a crying face. And I know it doesn't sound very manly, but it's also not very manly to hold in emotions and not express yourself. So, here's how we go into it. You just start saying, why, in like a crying type face. And I know it looks weird, and you don't have to do it if you don't want to. Maybe you don't need to do it. But for those who feel like they're holding on to stuff that they can't just seem to let go of, I highly, highly recommend it. And if you feel something come up, if you feel like you have to sob or whatever, don't be afraid to express that. Let that come out, because we're naturally meant to express our emotions. So I would highly recommend you do that. Also, just saying gibberish I found works. Just like, just moving your face and saying whatever the hell comes up. I don't know. And that really, really, I find is effective. So, also clearing out the throat. Last thing. Also, clearing out the throat really helps. So breathing through the throat, releasing that tension in there, and just breathing deeply into the pit of your guts. Just breathing it all out, allowing it to come up, allowing it to be there, not resisting it, allowing whatever's down there to come up, and just releasing it. You can see my demeanor and my energy has changed through this video just by doing that. I feel like I'm holding on to less emotions just by doing this. So I highly, highly recommend it. This video has gone on a little bit long, so try it out and post what you think in the comment section, because I'm really, really interested in whatever feedback you guys have. It really helps me produce better content. So I'll see you guys. Give it a shot. Good luck.